What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the BMW today. In today's video I'm going to show you how to remove the front bumper on a BMW E60. So I have a 2008 BMW 520d M Sport and I need to remove my front bumper because I'm removing the engine and my engine crane is not long enough to be able to get over the center of the engine with the bumper in place. So I need those extra few inches to get the engine crane that much more further forward, and then I will be able to lift the engine out. So let's get outside, let's get cracking, and let's see how we remove this bumper. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do to gain access to all of the bolts is lift this strip up that runs along the top of the bumper, so it's just above the kidney grills. And this is just held in by clips, so there's no need to take anything out to remove it. It should just pull up, and then we now have access to pretty much all of the bolts that we need to remove. Okay then, so as you will see along the top there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 T30 bolts that need to be removed. Then underneath the number plate on the M Sport bumper there is 1 and 2, and they are T25 bolts. And then after you've removed them, all that's holding the bumper on is there is 3 bolts there behind the bumper, and then 3 bolts on this side holding the bumper on. Okay, so the first bolts I'm actually going to remove is the first one of the 3 on either side, and it's just not too sure how well you can see that, but there's the first one there. It's a 10mm bolt, so I'm going to remove that first and then see if I can access the other 2. And that is that first 10mm bolt out. Now then, the other 2, which are actually behind the wheel arch liner, are 2 8mm bolts. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to jack the car up and possibly remove the wheel because I have literally no access to be able to move this wheel arch liner back. Okay then, so now the wheel is off, I have better access to remove these 8mm bolts to get this wheel arch liner, so I can pull it back and then access the 2mm bolts holding the bumper on. Now potentially you could just do this with the wheel on and just turn the wheel. Obviously my engine's all disconnected now, I have no power steering and everything, and just for ease of filming it's a lot easier just to take the wheel off so I can properly show you where all the bolts are. Okay then, so now that I have access to pull this wheel arch liner back, I can show you where the 2 bolts are remaining. They're just up there. There is 2 8mm bolts, and it's, as you can see, it's the ones on the right, not the 2 bigger ones on the left. So let's get them out. There's 1 and there's 2. Okay then, so with 3 bolts out of each side, so the 1 10mm and the 2 8mm, both sides are out. Now I'm going to tackle the 2 bolts, the T25 bolts just under the number plate bracket. Let's get them out, and it's just a case of the 5 top ones then. Okay, so I lied, these are not T25 bolts underneath here, it's actually T20. So I should take them out now. Now it's the 5 T30 bolts on the top. Okay then, so the front bumper is now off and it's just over here on the grass. I just want to show you something in particular. It's actually the most difficult part is to remove it from the sides, and it's because you have these little tabs. Now these obviously push into the wing or the fender, and so you have to sort of push the bumper in for these tabs to remove. And then there's also, so there's one there and those two there, and this is on both sides obviously. So not only do you have to push the bumper in, you also have to pull it up as well to unhook this bracket, and then you should be able to wiggle it out. Then do not just attempt to just yank it out, because you're literally just going to snap this bracket here, and obviously that wouldn't be good. But once you've done that, once the sides are out and all the bolts are out from the top, and then on that grill there, it literally should just fall off then. And then once you've done that, it's literally just a case of disconnecting the fog lights if you have them, and then disconnecting the PDC, the parking distance control. Done it? Yeah.
You don't just go things, don't you? You don't need to.
Okay, and so what we've actually done as well, we have removed these little foam pieces. Obviously this one's dangling down, no need to disconnect that wiring from there. And then we've actually removed the front crash bar as well, where it's just 2 bolts in that side, 2 bolts in that side. Then we've swung it out of the way because this car actually has headlight washers as well, so that's all connected up. There's no point disconnecting it when we don't need to. It's just swung out of the way, and as you can see with the engine crane, it now goes to the middle of the engine so it can be lifted steady. Okay then guys, so the front M Sport bumper has now been removed. Obviously I removed the foam section that's on the front of the crash bar, removed the crash bar itself, and now the engine crane has enough access to be able to, you know, plant itself over the middle of the engine. I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already done so, because I've got so many more videos to come on this BMW, and I'll see you guys in that next video. Peace!